Hey folks, I'm here to review Bumblebee. I just got out of the theater, and I just thought I'd give people, a cursory review of what I thought about it. I'm going to give this movie 2 grades. All right, one, if you're a parent and you're going to take your kids to see this movie is an A. It is an awesome movie to see with your kids. Not too young. I would say maybe 10 years old is the cutoff. That's just I'm not a parent. I have no kids, so I'm not going to tell you how to parent. But there's some adult themes in there, some language you might want to be aware of. But as overall, if you have kids, this is an A. That being said, as an older adult, I'm 46. I grew up with the Transformers franchise. I understand the Transformers franchise very well. Watched it every day when I came home from school. I understand the plot points. As a Transformers fan, I have to give this movie a C+. It's not what I'm looking for in a Transformers movie. And I know that sounds horrible. I know that some people might not agree with me, but I'm still waiting for that Transformers movie. I'm waiting for them to fulfill a live action version of the feel of Transformers, and they still fail to do that. But I don't want to make this movie sound like it's a bad movie. It is absolutely not. It is well written. It is coherent. It has great comedic timing. It has great nostalgia. A little bit too much at times, but the nostalgia that's in the movie is well done. It's well timed, and Haley Steinfeld, she pulls it off beautifully. As a matter of fact, this is the first time I've ever seen her on screen. I didn't see her in True Grit, so I thought she was amazing. This girl has mega talent, and I look forward to seeing more of her on screen and what she's capable of. And that's actually one of my critiques of the movie, is that I don't feel that they allowed her to show her range. I mean, in the normal moments, the filler moments of the movie, she's likable. In the tender moments, she makes you feel. She has great comedic timing. She was fantastic. But again, Hollywood keeps making the same mistake over and over again lately with female characters and not letting them earn, the heroic end that this passage that they fulfill, and that's a problem. And I don't know where it's coming from. It's a shame, because Charlie in the movie, she deserved a much better heroic ending than what happened, in my opinion. But again, I want everyone to know that this is a good movie. It's not a bad movie. This is not if you're looking for one of those SJW bashing reviews, this is not it, guys. This is not it. This is a female coming of age movie that happens to be in a Transformers universe, but it's not over the top. The narrative fits in this case. It does. So anyone who has that argument, you're on the wrong channel. I don't buy it. Not with this movie. The Last Jedi, that's a whole different conversation. We'll have that conversation later in a different video if you want. But for the Transformers Bumblebee, she did really well, and I would have liked to have seen more range from her as far as dialogue. They didn't let her fulfill what she was capable of. Anyway, moving on. The first 15 minutes of the movie is Transformer heaven. I mean, to see those original characters in their original form duking it out on Cybertron was, and this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, is just awesome. I mean, I was literally just seeing Soundwave was great. And to hear him speak was even better, because that's Soundwave. You're like, it brought back so many memories. But here's the problem: you get a couple of shots with them on screen, and then you never see them again throughout the whole movie. I think there was The first 15 minutes of the movie, they had this amazing fight scene, and then it was like an hour and 15 minutes of tenderness, you know, with like 5 minutes in the middle of awesomeness, and then you never see them again. What is it with Hollywood not allowing Transformers to be on screen? I don't get it. Maybe they're afraid. I don't know. Maybe they're afraid that if the writers screw it up because the writing is so bad lately in Hollywood, maybe they're afraid that they'll lessen the value of these characters by allowing them to have dialogue. I don't know, but the amount of screen time they have, you want to hold on to it because there's just so little of it. You know, you're just very disappointed that way. But Bumblebee is great in the movie. I really enjoyed his. I mean, he's in there throughout the whole movie. Bumblebee is always there. He's never missing from the movie. But I just kind of wish that there was more action in the movie. I'm disappointed by that. I have 3 negatives to this movie as a Transformers fan. 2 right off the bat, which I'm going to say, are the parents. I don't understand what it is with directors in Transformers movie having slapstick idiot parents in a movie. It ruined it for me. It just did. You would think they would learn their lesson from the Witwikis. By 3/4 through this movie, I was hoping that the parents would blow a tire and slide into a utility pole. I just want to get rid of them. Enough. And what is it with the Hollywood and their writers turning men into stupid bumble? Excuse my French, and the pun, but the movie's Bumblebee, not Bumble. That's not how men act. That's not. What is they put in comic relief where there was none to be had. Comic relief is meant for a movie that is stressful, and that comedic break is necessary sometimes. There wasn't enough stress in this movie. There wasn't enough urgency in this movie to have that type of comedic relief. It was not necessary. I was there was even a scene with Bumblebee and a dog, and trust me, it wasn't as bad as the Witwikis, but on that point, Bumblebee. There was like a 10 to 15 minute scene in the movie where Bumblebee is fumbling through the house, and again, that's in the trailer. It's not really a spoiler, but it's just I would have liked to have seen an origin story of Bumblebee. I thought that's what I was going to get. I thought I was going to at least see where he came from, maybe how he was created. What his story was. We didn't see an origin story of Bumblebee. We saw how he started on Earth, and quite frankly, like I said, well put together movie. The story was coherent for what it was. It was a good movie. It just wasn't the Transformers that I'm looking for, and that I desire. And maybe it's just because I'm older now, and I want to see, if there is to be nostalgia with Transformers, I want it to be what I grew up with. The other negative of the movie was John Cena. I felt, I think he can act. I think if given the right role and dialogue, he could act if he had to. I just don't think that he the role that was given to him was a good one. It was forced. You kind of knew what was going to happen in the end. I think he just dumbed it down to the point where it was such a kid movie that he wasn't allowed to do anything that was meaningful. Sorry, I know I'm talking in circles right now. I'm trying not to give too much away, but that was kind of a negative for me, just because it was very obvious what was going to happen. To summarize, if you're a parent, take your kids to see this movie. It's an A. For a family, as a family movie, it's an A. As a movie, it's an A. As a Transformers movie, it's a C+. Still waiting for that great Transformers film that we all want to see. And please stop making Optimus Prime a hairy hair shirt. Like this I can do no wrong type person. I don't know. It's how he there's something wrong with how Optimus Prime in the movies delivers his lines compared to the cartoon. I don't know what it is. I just think it's a little over the top. That might be just me. I'm not sure. Haley Steinfeld, if you ever see this video, which you probably won't, I think you're fantastic. I think you have tremendous range, and that you are going to be a force in Hollywood. That's it. I hope this helps, and enjoy.